How y'all doing out there, Casino Hobo Land? It's the Casino Hobo coming to you live from my hotel room, as always. I hope you all had a good New Year's and a good Christmas. I went out on New Year's Eve, actually, to the horseshoe for a little while. Watched the ball drop. But I don't particularly like New Year's Eve when it comes to the casinos because they're just so crowded. I mean, it's like ridiculous, and the horseshoe was just like packed. Um, I generally stay in my room actually for New Year's. Matter of fact, I probably did that. I don't know, maybe 4 out of the last 6 years. But I like the casinos when they're not so busy and you got kind of the run of the place. But I had a pretty good time. I actually wound up losing some money that night, which I wasn't too happy about that. But I should have kept my ass in the room like I always do. But it was all right. I mean, that's my lifestyle anyway. But played in a slot tournament. Went partners with a friend of mine. I hit for 500. That was Saturday, 250 apiece. I played it and got $67 off of it. But I wind up running it into a little bit of something. And then I had a free slot tournament on Sunday. I didn't do any good in that. I went on my own on that. But I I played last night and won a few dollars. I think I'm going to. I had some squares, football squares, so I had a shot to win. I had actually 7-0, which are good numbers, but I just couldn't get off the ground with it. Even if you got the best numbers, man, you still got to land on them son of a bitches. I saw that guy I know in the poker room. He had a 2, and he hit it with the last 2 minutes left in the game for 1,800. I mean, you talk about lucky. Man, that's beyond lucky. Land on a 2 in a football game with only 2 minutes left to go. My Ravens made the playoffs. Of course, they're a wild card. Pittsburgh's got one more win in the division than them. So they went in as a wild card, which I'm happy they're in. But, I mean, if they're good, they're going to beat whoever, wherever. That's the bottom line. Their first round's Kansas City, so I hope they do a little something with that next week. I'm all excited. I'll be ready, sit in front of the TV for that game. Ain't no doubt about it. The hobo loves the Ravens. Go Baltimore. But I played poker one day last week. Got into a beef with an employee over there. You play a certain amount of hours, and they give you free clothing. I mean, T-shirts and button shirts and, like polo-type shirts, jackets, hats, stuff like that. And I had about 39 hours, and I wanted 2 shirts that were the same. I mean, you can't, got to get one of each item. In other words, if you want 2 T-shirts, they don't want to give them to you. But you can get it overridden by the manager, the poker room manager. And she authorized it for me. She told me to tell whoever's working at the counter to go ahead and give me the 2 T-shirts. They can keep the other 9 hours. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to use it all up. I like the T-shirts. They're actually pretty sharp looking. But this guy, he wanted to make a major stink out of it. You know, he's one of them type of people that he came into work in a shitty mood in the first place. And he's one of them type of guys that come in and leave work, both, like he got held up at gunpoint. That's the type of guy he is. You know, he's miserable, it seems like, all the time. You know? It's tough for him to smile, which, if you can't smile, then something's wrong. That's all I can say in your life. But I mean, he's the type of guy that, he's pretty comfortable, I believe, and he's bitching about how much work he had to do. You're not supposed to discuss anything that has to do with shit like that in front of a customer in the first place. So anyway, I think he's a little out the door, in my opinion. I don't really care for him, and I don't give a shit whether he likes me or not. I never did really care for him. His wife is sweet as can be. But he acted like the shirts and the stuff's coming out of his pocket or something. He's one of them type of guys that likes to say no. He's already got set up no before you even come up and ask him the question. And people like that are generally, assholes. That's the only way you can put it. And that pissed me off. Then he said something that I said something to him and I didn't say it to him. I didn't say it the way he said, anyway. I wouldn't say that at the counter. But anyway, it's over water under the bridge now. But I mean, it just irritated me, And then I wanted to leave because I know me, and I got a mouth, and I want to run it and get off everything off my chest, He's not a really likable guy anyway, and there's not a whole lot of people that like him, and there's some people that hate him. So anyway, I left. The manager asked me to, calm down, so I just wanted to leave. I left as soon as I got my 2 shirts. She was called up there, and I left out of there. But it irritated the hobo. Not at the point where I was suicidal, or nothing like that. But it was like it's like one of them, like a piece of gum stuck to your shoe or something. It bothers you, but you're not gonna kill yourself over it. But anyway, all in all, it's been a pretty good past couple weeks. I've had ups and downs. Of course, that's my life, roller coaster. I'm just hoping there's in a stretch period of time that there's more ups than there are downs. But unfortunately, with gambling, it doesn't work like that. But I'm all right now. I'm not real flush, but I'm sitting fairly comfortable. I ate the buffet today. Well, I went to breakfast, and then I ate the snack bar tonight, which is terrible. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's like one of the worst in town. I'm making this video now, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Of course, there's hardly nothing open. I could drive up the subway. There's one up the road that's like 24 hours and get something to eat. But I love to eat at night. And I fell asleep a little early tonight because I didn't sleep real good last night. I stayed awake for a while. And I got about 3 hours worth of sleep tonight. But so now my ass will probably stay up till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe not even fall asleep then. I don't know. But I could have went for a sub. So I'm kind of contemplating driving up there and getting a sub, but I don't think I'm going to do that. But I can't really think of anything at the snack bar that I really enjoy. They got Nathan hot dogs, which I love hot dogs, but I don't hardly eat that many of them, even though I love them. I'm having a chocolate milk tonight, which I absolutely love, but I don't drink them that often. Because if I did, I'd be 5 by 5. I wouldn't fit in the room anymore. I'm not a big snacker. I prefer to have a food. I like sweet stuff, but I eat it like, I'll eat something like once a day or something like that. I don't do a whole lot of snacking in between my dinners and shit. Because I'd be big as a house. The hobos, how much weight can you put on my size before you got to roll me down the hallway? You know what I mean? Give me a good shove and you can roll my ass all the way down. I'm right on the casino floor too, so I can roll right on into the casino. But I'm hoping that this month's going to be a good month. I got about 12 things, free shit to do this month, and I'm hoping I'll make a little hit on that. We'll see what happens. But I'm hoping that I'll have more upswings than downswings this month. But anyway, just wanted to touch base with y'all out there and tell you what's been going on the past 10 days. I think it's been about 10 days since I made one. I made one, I think, Christmas Day or something like that. But they need to do something with this bowl stuff. They got to come up with some kind of playoff thing. Because this is another year where here you got TCU. You know, even though they only won by a couple of points, they still beat a quality team. At Wisconsin's like 5th ranked in the country. They only beat them by 2, but still. To go 14-0 or 15-0, whatever they are, and not get a shot is not fair. And every year this same bullshit goes on. I mean, who are these people that run this bullshit? I mean, let's be realistic. Who gives them the right to you know, I mean, it needs somebody in there with some sense. It's almost like politicians. You know, they get stuck on something and you can't persuade them. You know, they think, or upper management in casinos, you know, they all think they know everything. You can't tell them anything. No matter how many people agree or how good the suggestion is, they're just steadfast on, you know, their idea. They think they got the best system, and that's just not the case. Not even remotely close. I did hear something about they were going to try a 4-game deal, maybe, or it's pretty definite. But I mean, they need something. I mean, anything's an improvement on the way the system is now. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, Utah went undefeated 1 year. TCU now. Auburn went undefeated 1 year. I mean, who's, you know, forget the strength of schedule. I mean, that's a joke. Look how they rank teams 3 and 4 and 5 in the country when the season starts, and when the season's over with, they're not even in the top 25. So they don't have a clue. What they're doing is not working. It's like politics. If the shit doesn't work, get rid of it. But anyway, I'm going to keep this one kind of short. And just wanted to touch base with y'all out there. Tell you what's been going on. And shit that frustrates the hobo. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'll make another one in another 3 or 4 days.